Caspian, and I can hardly believe it. We're getting so close. But not much has happened since my last video, so I decided to post something a little special that I've been meaning to post for a while, but haven't really had the chance. But first, I'm going to go over some brief little bits of news. First off, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is coming to Blu-ray disc, and I talked about this before, and I don't have a Blu-ray disc player, but I will find a way to watch it. I've, kind of been looking around, seeing how can I get access to a player just long enough to, get it and write a review or whatever. But, so I'm going to find a way to watch it no matter what. I'm very surprised at the number of Narnia webbers who, they say they have a Blu-ray disc player, but they don't want it. And some that, I don't have one, but I don't want it anyway. I'm really surprised at the number of people that feel that way. There's going to be some really cool exclusive Blu-ray features on this disc, not to mention the movie in high definition. So, yeah, I'll definitely want to get it. The Narnia Ultimate Fan blog is online. I mentioned this because I was one of the finalists for Ultimate Fan. And actually, of course, I was very disappointed when I didn't win. Then, a couple months later, found out that I was going to Prague. And so that's just an example of how God works everything out. And that nowadays, now I'm actually thanking God that I lost that competition, because I ended up getting something even better, I think. And here's a big little piece of news. Douglas Gresham is going to have a cameo in Prince Caspian. He had a, sort of cameo in Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe as a radio announcer towards the beginning of the film, which like, a German aircraft lost a number of attacks. The rage lasted for several hours. Susan turns him off. Yeah, yeah, I can't wait to see who he plays. They said, it looks like it's going to definitely be a sort of a bigger cameo. Like, he'll actually be on camera this time, so that'll be cool. Anyway, what I'm going to show you right now is, when I was in Prague, as you can see on my first set report, I posted a description of the scene that I saw being filmed. And what I'm going to show you right now is I've attempted to... I didn't actually see the monitor, so I don't know exactly what the shot is going to look like. But actually what happened is they took some of the journalists over and they said, hey, why don't you come see the monitor? And there wasn't much space over there, so they took about 3 of them. Said, oh, we'll show the rest of you in the next take. And it just so happened that that was the last take. And so, no! So I didn't get to see it. That was really upsetting. But I did see where the camera was, and they shot a couple different, it was a steady cam that was kind of following, it was kind of tracking, Peter and Edmund as they approached Aslan Tower. And you can read the full description in my first set report. But so what I've attempted to do is recreate the shot using some of my action figures. I have a lot of Narnia action figures and Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. And so once again, the shot, you have to imagine that green thing in the background, which is actually my ping pong table. You have to imagine that that's Aslan's How, and that Peter and Edmund are walking along towards the single combat area. And you can't really see them in the video, unfortunately, but on the left and the right, there's crowds of creatures. And actually, I think Jack Sparrow is in there somewhere in this video. Not in the real movie. But, so you've got, I try to imagine that all the action figures on the right and the left are some dwarfs and minotaurs, and centaurs and fawns and napiers, and they're all cheering, and they're, raising their weapons and cheering on the sons of Adam. And then at the very end, Peter turns and he takes his sword from Edmund, then he kind of walks up to the camera. I'm just kind of guessing on what it looks like at the end. The camera kind of tilts up, and I think they're trying to get kind of a heroic shot of Peter, But, so you really got to imagine that everyone's cheering, and it's kind of a high-energy scene. And once again, I don't know if this is what it's going to look like for sure. I just saw them filming. But based on what I saw, this is what I think the shot will probably look like, only slightly more realistic. So, enjoy.